Alright, so for everyone who's been asking, this is my mods list. And there'll be some things on here that are probably surplus to requirements. And there might be some things on here that are covered in other better mods. I don't know. These are the mods that I have had for a very long time. And I haven't got round to checking them out to see whether they're surplus to requirements now. Probably said that twice. Anyway, so basically these are my mods. So I've got USO, Simple Green, because I use Simple Winter on my main playthrough, because I love having all the snow and what have you. This is by OIC, Officer in Charge, Toys Out the Pram. And so is this one, and so is this one. I've got a few of his because it's quality stuff. I can't remember who made that one, probably Toot again. That is as well. So is that. So they're probably all his. Grounded, which I haven't really had a chance to play with, but it looks fantastic, and I'm probably going to use it for theme builds or challenge builds later on down the line. Static doors, because at some point I'm going to be building at Hangman's Alley, and I've got some ideas for that. No more twigs. They're not getting on my nerves at the moment, but there will be some areas, possibly County Crossing or Ten Pines Bluff, where I will have to put that in place because it'll do my head in. Quapper, you've all seen it, fantastic. Go Green, Go Solar, I'm pretty sure that's Toys Out the Pram as well. And so is that. Bleak, again, it's another atmosphere mod, makes it all wintry. Gives you snowstorms and stuff like that. Makes your furniture pack, I'm pretty sure you've seen me scroll through that. Scrap That Settlement and that Commonwealth I've got further on. This one, Red Rocket Window Shutter, because when I come to do my bar, I'm going to want to be able to put the window shutters down. And I like the way it looks. Workshop decorations. New World Sanctuary, that's the one! That's the one some of you have been asking about. How did I get the houses rebuilt at Sanctuary? It's New World Sanctuary. So I like that one a lot. It does make, I think that's the one that means either that one or Scrap That Settlement make all your regular houses vulnerable to being deleted, so you've got to be really careful. I'm not sure which one it is. Possibly Scrap That Settlement, possibly New World Sanctuary. I'm not going to turn them on and off and test it out because I'm in the middle of a build at Sanctuary, so it's not happening. No settlement attacks, absolutely essential when you're showcasing your builds. Busy Settler rugs, love it. Some workstations if you don't want to put a rug down. Home plate stair fix, because I'd never noticed, and then I saw this pop up, and then ever since then I cannot unsee it. Every time I go to home plate I see the broken stairs and I'm like, nap, that one goes in. Child Settlers, Tobacconist, which I will be employing for some of my builds later on, probably not at Sanctuary Hills. Commonwealth Cocktail, same as a Tobacconist, it just expands the range of things that you can actually make. Gone hunting and fishing, love it. It's going to be really good for my coastal settlements, that kind of thing. CVA, right, I don't know about keeping CVA, there's hundreds of things, but you need to toggle on and off, and although it was wonderful when it first came out, I just don't know whether most of the stuff that's in it is already covered by my other mods now. Again, settlement supplies expanded, there's probably other things that do cover that. I'm sure the chain link fence set is in USO now. Ghost Wolves pre-war player home, that's the one that makes my player's home all nice and modern and new, which is what's going to make it the history of pre-war life, museum of pre-war life. Wild plants, drinks and chems. That's how I'm going to get Mama Murphy's little herb garden. That was a little wink to the camera there, but you guys didn't see that. So simple white for mowing stuff. Unlock Raiders Settlement because there's some fantastic things in that I can't access because I haven't done the Nuka World DLC in this playthrough, and I'm going to need it for later builds. Okay, cheat container. That's the one that gives me a little red toolbox by the side of every single workbench full of, I think it's 50,000 or 60,000 of every junk resource. So, you know, acid and ceramic, cork, steel. Not individual items, but the bulk. So laundromat cleans all the things. Halloween decorations because Phoenix. I couldn't not have it after I've seen her wonderful spooky builds. Raider hanging cloth, that's from Toys Out the Pram. Custom crafting. Auto closing doors and gates is wonderful if you are doing something and settlers keep leaving doors open around you. So scrap that Commonwealth. Simple settlers. Okay, I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that names my settlers, and I am never ever getting rid of this mod because it's so much nicer. I mean, if you see my Loco 4-pack challenge, I give my characters names and personalities. It helps to personalise their living spaces and their working spaces if you know a little bit more about them. This mod is fantastic because it kicks you off. I don't have to just pick a name out of thin air. Look, there's Calvin, there's Alice, there's Nova. And that kind of helps kickstart their personality, you know. I love it. More USO, Fallout 4 guy. This was stuff that I think No Respawns was asking for. I think, or maybe Doors. Or maybe just Fallout 4 guy gets a load of requests for, oh, I love what you did with I can't do that. So yeah, scrap all the things. That's my other scrapping mod, which it might seem superfluous to have 3 scrapping mods, but I've found that at certain settlements there are things you can scrap that settlement and things that you can't. So this might be the one. I think scrap all the things is the one that actually breaks the houses in Sanctuary. So you might be fine with the others, but this one helps get rid of all the teeny tiny little crappy bits that get in the way when I'm building. And I think I realised when I went back to an old build and stuff had respawned, and it was clipping through concrete parts, and I had the other 2, and I'm like, I need to scrap all the things back. I need it back. Right, this has got a lot of bits and pieces. A lot of bits and pieces in there. And I think that might be the one that has doors on the floor. So, you know, like hatches to go on roofs and things like that. I think that's that mod. Player rename so that I can change the name of my character, which is what I've done, so that I can remember which playthrough I'm actually building on. EBM, good one. EBM Deco. Workshop items base game. That's the one that offers all the wallpapers and the additional wall pieces that don't snap together. I think it's supposed to be like Snappy House Kit, but obviously we can't make things snap in this game. Workshop items, bits and pieces. And that's it. That's the last one. So that is a full list of all my mods. I know I've had some recommended to me, like Mad Kia and a couple of others that I can't remember what they're called at the moment. But you can only have a certain number, and I'm not entirely certain how many I've got. without double checking it, but I'm not going to stress out about it. But that's what I've got. So if there's anything like office clutter, or I know the military clutter does some fantastic bits and pieces with like maps and pens and you know, like little miniature figurines and bullets and stuff like that. He's gone all out. I think it's one of the best ones, one of the best mod builders. But yeah, so that's, if you know of any more beds, essentially, because I'd like beds that are half made, half unmade, where the end is thrown back, that kind of thing. Or some decent double beds that aren't either mattresses or brand spanking new would be bloody brilliant. So yeah, hope you find that interesting and informative. Bye.